Welcome back to On the Road with Iona and another episode of Chasing the Red. This is a very special episode because we are in the Swiss Alps. This might be the most beautiful episode you will ever see of Chasing the Red, and it's also particularly unique because we are also chasing the light. We may not get 18 holes, in fact we will not get 18 holes in, but we're going to see how many we can get in, and with that in mind, what can I score within the time that we have. Really hope you enjoy it, and thanks for being here. All right, off and running. It's a really tough opening hole here at Cron-sur-Sierre, and of course the DP World Tour was here last week. They played it as a par 4. It kind of goes down the hill. It's fairly straight, but it's a tough fairway to find, and I haven't found it. I'm in the first cut. Thankfully it's sitting up okay, and I've got 260 yards to go. So it's my 3-wood, but like I say, it's a par 5 for the members. So actually this is a really good opportunity for me to get into the red on the opening hole. If I can play this down there, give myself a chance of an up and down. I've got to thread the needle between the two bunkers at the mouth of this green. It's flush, right between them. That might have a chance, you know, of getting home. Because of the altitude here in Switzerland, where we are is about 5,000 feet above sea level, that roughly 1,500 meters, and the ball travels around 10 to 15% further. Because the temperature has dropped, it's probably going to be about 10% further right now this evening, and then we're going downhill a little bit here. So come on, let's go and see where it's ended up. I was here last week working for Sky at the Omega European Masters. I was presenting, fantastic. Ludwig Aberg won the tournament, and it's significant because it's the last week of qualifying before the Ryder Cup. You may have watched the announcement today. He's made the team, but it was a fantastic golf course. It's one of the oldest on the DP World Tour, and as such, it is rich in history. And there are players that have been coming here for years and years. We had Miguel Angel Jimenez, he's like king of the mountain, and he was coming here for his 33rd time. He won the tournament in 2010, but it's worth mentioning that Severiano Ballesteros, the one and only, has won around this golf course 3 times. That's gone a long way. 260 yards. Downhill. Right, my ball made it well on there. 260 yards. I fit that about 255 yards. But as I say, there is altitude at play here. The higher you hit your ball here, the more that will come into play. So if it's a low ball flight, you don't quite get the advantage of the altitude. If you're hitting like a pitching wedge, you've got to expect it's going to go like 10-15% further. So this is a tricky little shot. I would love to take my 52 here because I think less loft around the green is generally a good rule, but because the ball is sitting down, I have to take more loft. Otherwise it's not going to come out properly, so I'm just going to try and pop it up with my 60. Not bad. That's really not bad. Would have liked it a little bit closer, but I'm expecting these greens to be quite quick following on from the tournament. But having said that, late in the day, it's like 7 o'clock here in the evening. It's been so busy on the golf course. This was the only tee time we could get, which we're grateful for, because isn't it great to play golf in the evening? But in the space of a day, the greens do grow, and you can find if you're playing in the evening compared to the morning, they can be a little bit slower. It's such a beautiful time of day to play golf. And the sun is just creeping behind the mountain over there, which is going to change the feeling out here. So I always take the flag out when I putt, because I feel like visually there's more space for the ball to fall in. But watching Matt Fitzpatrick in the last week, he's one of the players out on the tour that always keeps the flag in. I'd love to know what you do. If you leave a comment below, I'd really love to know how many people putt with the flag out versus putting with it in. To get into the red on the opening hole. Yes, love that. A birdie 4. That would do a par for these big lads on the DP World Tour, but as a member or a member's guest here, that is a birdie, and we're in the red. Right, the second hole, we are 1 under par. Isn't that great? I don't think I've started any round in the red like that before, so I'm pretty chuffed. And it's a par 4 back up the hill. There's a bunker down the right, so you've got to keep it up the left-hand side. It's not a long hole, but again, with this tree line start to this golf course, it's very tight, a bit claustrophobic, and it's tricky. That's flirting with the bunker. Oh, it's over it. It's not where I aimed, but it's managed to carry that bunker up the right-hand side. I've been doing a little bit of tempo work with my driver, trying to have a smoother takeaway, so let's see how that goes today. So beautiful. Uphill a little bit. Right, my eyesight is getting terrible in my old age. I didn't even make it to the bunker. And I'll confess, you will know I had my clubs stolen. I got my clubs back, but I didn't get my Bushnell back, which is tricky. So we're actually just using the yardage on the little buggy that we've got here. So it's a little bit rough. But the good thing is that the buggy is giving me the yardages in meters, it's saying 138 meters, so that would be over 150 yards. But I'm going to play the meters yardage as though it was yards because of the altitude change. Try and get your head around that if you can. Whatever it says in meters, you can say that, you can imagine that is what it would play in yards because the ball goes about 15% further. So it's 138 playing 138, and I've got my 8 iron. Sitting quite nicely. I'm going to keep it right at this flag though. I am not going near that flag. She says going straight at the flag. Oh, I've got away with that. I've gone right at it. That's going to be pretty close. Not intentionally. My ball is pitched here. You can see as I repair that. And wait until you see where it's ended up. It's travelled all the way out, flying out of that rough. It's what you call a flying lie. And it's gone all the way over in the back there. So I've got a very tricky up and down. I was hoping it'd be nestled in here somewhere. Just a nice little uphill putt for birdie, but no such luck. These are the Sunday pins from the tournament. It's worth mentioning. So they're really tricky, tucked away, prickly pins. Quite cool to play a golf course that you think was so pivotal. It was a key protagonist in the selection of Luke Donald's Ryder Cup team. That's pretty cool to say. You know, I'm playing a course. They were out here sweating. It was like a pressure cooker. Amazing to be a part of that tournament when there was so much pressure. So this is a really tricky shot. I've got my 60 degree. Ball's way below my feet. I'm going to need plenty of loft here. I'm going to try and get it to land on this little hill, and it should just release down to the hole. Sit. Oh, it's a bit steamy. Oh dear. Let's see if I can hold the one back. Right, it's going to definitely move from right to left outside the hole. Quite a lot. Oh, I honestly thought that was going to go dive left, but that is an unbelievable putt. Even if I do say so myself. What a 4. What an up and down. Whew, still in the red. 141 metres, but down the hill. This is a cracking little par 3. Really narrow green. And you just got to play over the road here and try and land it just left of the flag. Do you know, I reckon a 9 iron. Oh, don't go left. Hang on. Okay, it's a little bit left actually. I'm going to have another chip. This is a really tricky little shot. I'm kind of in the collar between the fairway and the first cut. I could putt that if I was feeling a bit coy, but we're not here for second place. Let's get real. If I can't take this on, then when can I? Sit. Easy. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Oh! Oh no. Down the other side. Can't believe how quick that is. What I'd give to have that shot again. Oh dear, oh dear. Oh, this is a nightmare. This is an absolute nightmare. Short-sided now, in the kind of thick stuff. So again, I could get a putter on it, but I just don't know. I'm going to go down to my 52, less loft, more control, and I'm going to try and bump this into this little bank, and hopefully it'll just catch the hole. Oh God, don't come back to me. That is horrible. That is so hard. But less loft, more control for sure. This is really showing up my short game. Once again, I've got to lean on my trusty putter to save the day for a 4. These putts, you cannot rely on holding these to keep a score. But for now, I'm kind of having to. For a 4 to drop just one shot. That is so cruel, but what's the girl to do? Oh, Iona. Double bogey at a little par 3, just a 9-iron. That really stings. But it's so narrow, like this Sunday pin, you see they've put this pin right in the middle. It pinches in like a monkey nut, and then it's fatter in these other areas, and there's the whole, juicy part of the green there that I could have aimed for, but I tried to kind of take the flag on and ended up in one of these little swales. How not to play the 3rd hole at Grand Sorcière. I moved from 1 under par to 1 over par. It's a dagger blow, and I'm running out of light. The sun is disappearing behind the mountains. This is the Rhone Valley that spreads out in that direction. We don't know how much light we've got left, probably not, and I'm desperate to get back into the red so that at least wherever we finish, whatever hole we finish on, I'm in the red. That is my goal, and the good news is this is a great opportunity. The 4th hole, it plays all the way downhill. It's this beautiful dog leg. It's kind of a blind tee shot, but you can see the mouth of this huge bunker. But you can work the ball from left to right, which at the moment I'm really liking to do. Hit my driver, should leave me a little flick on, and a really good chance of birdie. So come on. Let's wait for these guys to just go a wee bit further, because I could actually probably get this. If I get this on the down slope, I could get this quite close. So out with the big dog. If I was playing a tournament here like properly, I probably wouldn't take the driver because there's out of bounds down the right, but I know I'm going to give this a good lash down there. Give myself a good look at birdie. Perfect. Come on. Right, I found the left-hand side of this fairway, which is ideal, and I've got 105 metres left. Playing more like 85 metres. This is just such an intimidating shot. Go ball. Go on, release. It's such a beautiful shot, but when it's downhill so much, with the altitude, and the out of bounds is behind this flag, and the flag is right at the back of the green, it really plays with your head, that shot. I'm on the green, long putt for birdie. Okay, this is not as close as I'd hoped to be with a wedge, but I've got a chance. It's going to swing from right to left and then just straighten up in the last kind of couple of feet. Go on, go on. It was coming back, that was coming back towards the hole. Just didn't have enough. Par. 5th hole, I'm 1 over par. I am going to make a birdie here, so do not stop watching, because this is where I get my own back. 273 metres, so it's over 300 yards, but it's up the hill and it's a dog leg from left to right, so you have to tee it a little bit lower, and I'm going to work the ball from left to right, just working it off these bunkers is my plan. Don't be too greedy, Iona. Go on, keep moving. I'm flirting with that bunker up there, and we're losing light. We are running around this golf course. Cannot believe my luck. I'm in between the two bunkers, just shy of the second bunker, and what an amazing little hole this is. You turn around and you again have this wonderful backdrop. The sun is just turning the top of those mountains all pink. And if you listen, you can hear the bell. See that church bell and just the birds. This is a really, really tricky shot. The flag, I mean, it's ludicrous how far right it is, and then there's this huge big runoff. It's like a valley of sin on the right, so I'm not going to take the flag on. I'm going to take it left because there's actually a ridge that cuts through the middle of this green, and I'm going to hope that it kind of cambers around. Because I'm not on the fairway, it's really tough to get control, but I'm going to need speed to get it up in the air. Sit. And down and down and down. Come on. Through the back.
Has that gone off the back?
Yeah, it has, yeah. So I've come through the back, which is okay. Look how tricky this pin is. I mean, to get anywhere near that, it's so hard. I was listening to Billy Foster, the caddy to Matt Fitzpatrick, chatting to Matt as they were playing their approach shot, not on Sunday, but to this green. And it was absolutely fascinating. It was like an 80-yard shot, and the thought and detail that went into hitting it, like where they're going to land it, what kind of shot they're going to hit. He was like, lob, wedge, shoulder swing, you know, they had all of these calculations and they executed it to perfection. It was world class. This is to get back to level par. Break. Go on. Oh! That's why you take the flag out. No birdies, and I'm running out of holes. Next hole's a really good chance though. Like, I mean, a really, really good chance. Look at this hole. You can see we are losing the light, especially when you come into the trees. This is the 6th hole at Cron-sur-Sierre, but it's worth hanging on. This is a really, really great little hole. But the next hole, the 7th, is one of the most spectacular golf holes in the world. And I mean, in the world. I've been to a lot of places in my life, and yeah, it's unbelievable. Hit my 5-wood, because that's going to leave me a nice pitching or a little wedge on kind of thing. Just left of that bunker is ideal. Perfect. Couldn't place it any better than that. The birdie is on. The birdie is on. Right, this is looking pretty good, although the flag, I'm not sure I can even really see the flag. There it is, it's tucked on the left-hand side. Okay, a little wedge into here. This is getting so dark. Right, I'm going straight at it. It's my favourite number. It's all over it. Oh baby, that could be really good. Alright, I'm absolutely buzzing with this shot. And I've left myself, more or less, it's just left of centre to get back to level par. Come on. Not much in it. Hold your line. Okay, level par. We're gonna get another hole in whether we like it or not. Maybe even another 2. Come on, let's see if we can get back into the red. How about this as a golf hole? The 7th at Cron-sur-Sierre, right across the Rhone Valley. Isn't that just magnificent? Wow. And I've got a job on my hands. I can't get too distracted by this view. 277 metres, which is over 300 yards. I'm not sure I can get it to the front, but I can get it pretty close. So I'm gonna give it a good crack. Oh, this view though, my word. It's just going at the left edge of the green. Okay, it's going to be a pitch, or probably a little pitch on from there. Right, 56 yards left up to this incredible green. Barely see where I'm going, but at least I've got a number. That might be close, you know, that might be close. Look at this view, you know, something about the mountains and the scale of them that helps you put things into perspective. Whatever you've got going on in your life, just a reminder that there has to be something bigger out there. Nature is just incredible. But I've got this putt, I've just hung on, gosh, a couple more feet and I was down into the Rhone Valley. And this is a putt to get back into the red. This is going to be my last hole. And it is makeable. This is a makeable putt. It's right edge, not outside the hole. Come on, say a little prayer for me here. Go on. That truly is one of the most special birdies I think I have ever made in my life. I feel a little bit emotional actually, just at how beautiful this is. I've got a lump in my throat. It's so unbelievably gorgeous and just such a privilege to play courses like this around the world. And good news guys, we are into the red. So before I get choked up here, thank you for watching another episode of On the Road with Iona, and we will see you next time around. Look at how dark this is. I literally couldn't have carried on. It does get really hard though, this golf course, even harder than that. It's a tough start to be fair, so who knows where I would have ended up, but I reckon it was going to be a pretty tough fight to stay in the red at Grand-sur-Sierre. If you've enjoyed this video, please subscribe guys, and like the video, ring the bell, hit all the notifications, do all of the things that you have to do so that we can keep making videos like this for you. I'm on a kind of bit of a test run right now with my channel to see if this is going to work and if I can make more videos for you, and I really hope I can. And if you'd like to see them, please like, subscribe and do all the things that you're supposed to do so that we can keep making these videos for you. Thank you.